On Artistry. Sometimes people ask me, how do you do that, to create? How do you come up with ideas, drawings, texts, songs, etc.? It's not an exact science, nor is there a magic formula. It just comes bit by bit, and then you have to put the work in it. Like this metaphor of the marble statue, the work of art is already present in the cube of stone. It's the artist who has to remove all the remaining pieces of stone surrounding it. The universe is energy. The earth, the stars, the moon, people, animals, nature. It's all energy. It's inspiration, and some people are more open-minded than others to capture reflections of that energy and feel the vibes, as they call it. I am from the universe, and you know what that's worth. Anyone with half a voice can hum a melody. Anyone can express feelings, but being able to write, be it poetry or to create new songs, envision albums, paint, draw, dance, imagine stories, and being good at it and passionate about it, therein resides the main difference. However, there is more than meets the eye. Sadly, in most cases in today's consumerist society, you only get to be considered good by people when you're making the big bucks from it. Success nowadays is measured by accomplishments rather than by encountered oppositions or courage maintained during the struggles against overwhelming odds. Being an artist is more than making a financial fortune. There's more to it than mere views or record sales. It's a perpetual quest for beauty, care, and wisdom. It's a bumpy road, filled with failure and frustration. But failure is an inevitable part to become a better man of value, for it humbles. Art is elevation, the power between the bodies and the spirits, between the substances and the non-material. It's one of the few things that remain intact throughout human history. In fact, once validated, it becomes one of the most important treasures. If you really are implicated to whatever you do, you'll feel it yourself. One needs to be able to detect that intrinsic emotional sensitivity and then devote oneself to higher personal goals with the patience of angels. Yet art is long and time is brief, and nothing comes from nothing. Most people want to collect golden medals with no reverse, but you got to put the work in it. Learn from the greats, from the masters. Do your homework, because the devil is in the details. Have you ever noticed that one's greatest achievement comes both as a blessing and a curse? The feature that allows one to make this achievement is both his greatest power, yet also his greatest weakness. Success in its purest form is to convert that weakness in lasting strength. It's suffering, really, as it's a daily confrontation with the self, and the road is always under construction. If nothing's ventured, nothing's gained. It's a long trip. Being a true artist also means being able to control the mess in your mind, to rotate the tires, run it up the flagpole, and withstand the usual fair share of storms. There will always be people who like you, like what you do, and people who just don't and actually never ever will. There will always be lovers, there will always be haters. At some point they will hate you because of what you do, but at least you'll do something. You'll do your thing. Some are jealous about talents one may seem to possess, or can't comprehend an open mind and will instantly judge. Bottom line is, you have to love yourself until the world does too. And that is easier said than done, for believing when no one's there to believe with you is hard. To love in a place where love cannot grow, but it's the work you do in the shadows that will eventually pay off. Everything worth fighting for unbalances one's life. From a musical point of view, every note has been played billions of times, for there are only 12 of them, chromatically speaking, in the Occidental musical setting. In other types of music, Like Indian music, for example, we have Shruti, the smallest intervals of pitch the human ear can detect. So an octave has 22 parts, which creates a whole different sonic universe. With a few adjustments over the years, Western music is mainly based on harmonic series in a 12-tone equal temperament, also called tempered tuning. So we have 12 tones and about an equal amount of chord progressions that really work in popular music, which are perceived to sound good by mainstream listeners. There are 26 letters or so in today's Western alphabets, so it's mathematically quite unlikely to still be 100% original, now that we've entered the 14th century of Western composition, and most importantly, the 7th decade of pop music. This can work paralyzing or block inspiration, but it shouldn't. We should not be scared to be unconventional or different. There is still so much to write and sing about, and there always will be. Music is a very fine way to bring families back together. It's a motivational sunbeam. It heals the soul. If you have the love inside of you and the necessary discipline, determination, fierce dedication, and perseverance to go through the painful tunnel of artistry, you will see the light at the end of it and realize that there is nothing more copacetic than to create. Whatever creation it might be, as long as it leads to something positive. Nothing feels more divine than to just create. It's the most wonderful thing. The thrill of creation.